it's well overdue for me to give an update video. I should have recorded something a long time ago and posted it by now. I do have something sort of put together, I just haven't finished it. It's missing a couple things. So the main reasons why I haven't been able to upload anything or really even shoot anything is because I dislocated my shoulder. I actually picked up a new toy. I sold my CRF 100 and I went out and I picked up a 2001 KX 250. Two-stroke, full-blown motocross bike with all of the bells and whistles, FMF gnarly pipe and all that sort of stuff. And I took it out for its first ride and I didn't adjust anything for my size or anything. The rear was super soft. The guy said that he had softened it for his wife. And I took it through some whoops, and the back end just totally didn't get any grip through the section, and my back end started going all over the place. Threw me off the bike, threw my arm out, and when I put my arm out, I landed on it and rolled over it, and that forced it out of the socket. So literally the first ride on it, I dislocated my shoulder. I haven't gotten to ridden it since. I actually just started riding the street bike about a week ago, and every one of these little bumps I hit hurts a little bit. But yeah, that's what's up with that. I haven't been able to get out and ride much, and so now that I'm back on the street bike, I'll start posting videos from that at least. I think I have at least another month until I can seriously ride dirt. Another thing that's going on is I'm moving up north to the Portland, Oregon area. I think it's about an hour, maybe 2 hours from where Ness is, Nessed Up Productions. So I think he's out in Sandy, Oregon. So hopefully I'll hook up with him and we can go out and do some rides. I get the feeling he's more dirt, whereas I have more street experience. So should be fun to go out and find out all the local off-road areas in Oregon. I know there's a place about 30 minutes from my house, so I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be cool. Just a public OHV park. So yeah, moving and that have been, issues, and I'm a full-time student also, so that adds to it. But no excuses, I'll get to making videos. Especially once I'm resettled back in Oregon, that's when I'll start to definitely produce most of my videos. Unfortunately, that won't be for probably another month, more like 2.5 months. Till May when I finish this school semester. Trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. Banging. I can't really think of much else going on. I have some videos. I have a video showing how I changed my chain and sprocket. I meant to do this another time. Maybe I'll try it now, but if I miss anything, I'll just reshoot it. I replaced the chain and sprocket, and that actually resolved a lot of the issues with jerkiness in the throttle, where I would turn it, where I would go to let off the gas or get on the gas, and it would be kind of like an on-off switch. It didn't really give you much gradual increase in throttle. It was just all on, all off there at the beginning. The new chain has helped a lot with that, the new chain and sprocket. I don't know if it's because I changed the gearing ratio. I actually went to, I think it's 15 teeth in the front and 47 in the rear, versus I think it's 16 stock in the front and 46 stock in the rear. So, you know, I went one up in each direction, you know, or one down and then one up. One down in the front and one up in the rear. It produces a lot of torque. It definitely makes a big difference. It's a lot of fun to ride around town, but on the freeway you can notice the loss of top end. You just feel kind of like you're pushing the bike, you're riding it pretty hard the entire time you're on the freeway is how it feels. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I mean, it's in the mid-range. I would say like 6,000, 7,000, maybe 8,000 RPMs when you're cruising at 65, 70 miles an hour. And that's another thing, is it screws with your speedometer, you know. I'll be doing about 70, 75, and my bike says I'm doing like 85, 90. But I know I'm not, you know, so. It also affected my fuel mileage. I used to get about 44, 45 miles per gallon pretty consistently, and now I'm getting like the high 30s, like 36, 37, 38, occasionally the low 40s, but gotta get some of their gasoline. Oh, I didn't know that one was open. I keep thinking maybe I'll take the dirt bike out on the streets too, just for fun. Just to get it out and on the streets and out for a ride. It's been in the garage for almost a month. A little more than a month actually. About a month and a half. No, I bought one of these things. Pretty useful. I like it. It's good for on the freeway when I'm cruising every day, so I ain't gotta have the death grip, especially in these thicker gloves, you know, for the winter. You know, you got no real grip on the throttle, and it helps make you feel like you got a little more control. On the flip side, I find myself accidentally holding it down, putting pressure on it with my palm. When I should be coming to a stop, you know, I can hear the engine revving. I'm trying to decide if I want to stop and get some munchers. Yeah, I want cookies. I want cookies! My dog ate all my cookies. Like, seriously, too. I got a special parking spot here. Let's see, I discovered that the reason why this thing shifts hard isn't really, I don't know if it's the bike, I don't know what to say it is, but I've just discovered you can make things a little more easy. I have a bad habit of grabbing the whole clutch, pulling it all the way in, and then making my shift. And this bike seems to like it best if you just gently pull it in. Use 2 fingers and just barely pull that thing in. And it produces much smoother shifts between all the gears. The other thing is if you act like you're trying to do a quick shift, like you gas it a little bit and then chop the throttle off, well, not chop it, but you know, slightly let off the throttle for a second so you can make the shift. If you do it like that, it seems to work a lot better. So I'll try and demonstrate it. Also, first gear, between first and second, that's still the most finicky, you know? Like, no matter what I do, it still is a little rough. But it's a little better if you try and either do it early or late. And what I mean by that is, like, it feels like you should be shifting, like, right there. And that's not best. If you get a little bit above that, produces a smoother shift. Another thing is, if instead of doing it late, you do it early. So, like right there, yeah. So, yeah. I don't know how to describe that, but all the shifts are much better if you do the whole gas a little and then just barely let off and shift. So that's definitely helped, along with changing the chain and just finding a spot that seems to, like, the bike shifts best at. And I shouldn't take credit for that. I actually found that on a forum somewhere. There was a guy on there who was talking about how he shifts, and there was a lot of people agreeing with him, so I decided I'd give it a try, and he was right. It really is a big difference. So those are some of the updates to the review of the bike. I will be changing the rear sprocket back to a 46 tooth sprocket, simply for the purpose of fuel efficiency. I love it the way it is, and I would keep it that way, but I do a lot of freeway riding, and that's not going to change anytime in the near future. So I need to be able to cruise and feel comfortable on the freeway. Alright, later y'all.